Good morning and welcome to a beautiful day at Ewetopia Farms. So on the quiet days, you really got to learn to absorb it and take it all in, because inevitably chaos is going to happen. And today is one of those days. Let's go inside and see what happened this time. Luckily, we had the chutes all set up still, because we're going to be running the breeding groups through again, because last night we had a breakthrough, and the rams must have been fighting through the gate and broke it down, and all the groups are mixed together. And these are breeding stock, so we have to know which ram is with which ewe. So luckily I have a list, and we're going to run them through again and try get them back into their correct groups. So we got the other rams looking in, wondering what the kerfuffle's about. Some days they just don't want to come up to this chute area. They see the chute here and it's a big battle. But today they all ran up, and they've even started to self-load in the chutes. So now I gotta go through all this and mark it off to make sure I get them all back. And this time I guess we're gonna put a double ball at the back. We were actually planning on doing that, but we got distracted, and you can see that the rams, the two of them are there, and they have been fighting. They got red heads, but luckily no one's injured. I mean, there's blood there, but they're alive. So we've separated them all. We got the very last one going back to Gaston. They're both in their separate groups again, and this time Arnie's going to put a good divider for them. That's Gaston's group. And we got these guys waiting to go in the barn. This is Fargo's group. If you're gonna have trouble, it's always Dorsets. They're a feisty group. I figure that's why they breed out of season, because they're just a really pumped breed. So they're gonna go back on the other side, aren't they? There they go, back to their original side. We have a divider gate at the very back that he's closing right now, and it's closed with a chain. Somehow they broke the chain and got through, so the rams must have been hitting it. And so normally what we do is we have like a solid board or something against that gate, so they can't actually look and sniff at each other, and that seems to solve the fighting through the gates. But I don't know, he just forgot to put it up yesterday. But not likely anyone got bred, because it was pretty quiet in here. But this day is marked down anyway, so we know what happened. Because with breeding stock, you have to make sure you know absolutely who everyone is, because you are accountable. They do blood tests and stuff to make sure that your records are accurate when you're registering them. Well, I guess someone's cycling. That could be why they were fighting, because someone's cycling there. Because usually they're okay, but if they use in heat, then that will get them riled up. And we know that she must be cycling because she's actually standing there. If she wasn't interested, she'd say no and walk off, and wouldn't let him do that. see the red on the head? That's from fighting. I can't see where any wounds were, but both of them have red heads. So that was today's unexpected surprise. We haven't had that happen before, actually, because we usually have a solid board at the back, but the chains, yeah, I guess if they can sniff, then they wanna fight with each other. So mating has begun. So now he's gonna put a big piece of chipboard back there. So now the rams can't sniff cycling ewes from the other guy's group, and the two rams also can't sniff each other for competition. So right now the only risk is that they could jump over the feeder. We haven't had them do that before, but if that does happen, then what we will do is we will run one group through the chute again and put dots on their back. Katie, come on. Now that the sheep are sorted and Kit Kat and Caboodle have been fed their bottles, we're going to check on the new ewe, see how her lamb's doing. Hi, sweetheart. She drank her water last night. Looks a little less stressed this morning. And how are you doing today? How are you doing today, buddy? Let's have a look at you. Hi. He's warm. He was sleeping. I'm guessing he's good. They love these little caves they have under the feeders like that. I think it's warmer in there, and it's private from Mom sitting on them. And Mom will usually lay right next to them. Hey, Mom? You're doing good, aren't you? Yeah, he's under there. He'll come out when he's hungry. We're in Gaston's group right now. I was just going to show you what the rams do usually when the ewes are eating. They'll go up and down the line like this. Well, now he's stopped, but they generally go up and down the line to see who, if anyone, is cycling. Because it's just like it's a good chance for the farmer to assess their sheep when they're at the feeder like this. It's also a good time for the rams to assess the ewes too, because they're all standing there in a row, and it makes it a lot easier than wandering throughout the pen to try to check them all out. So you'll often see breeding happening at feeding time. Oh, hi, how you doing? You're such a sweetheart. Yeah, Gaston's a really nice ram, he is. We're working in the Suffolk lamb coverall right now, and we had taken two of the plywood barriers away earlier, but today we decided to take away the last two boards. Tomorrow it's supposed to snow again, but these guys are just fine now. They're big enough that they don't need to worry about the temperatures. So the wall's coming down. We should label this video Arnie at work. high-tech doors here. We were gonna put a door on this barn, but they're so expensive, and basically we never use the doors. They're open all the time except in the winter, and then it's shut all the time. It's not like we're opening and closing it because we do have curtains for that purpose. I didn't push it, but so we thought, you know, instead of paying thousands of dollars for a door, just get some chipboard and put it up. I mean, it's different if we were accessing it day and night like we do at the front one. We have door up on the fronts, but we never come out the back except in the summer. Saving costs. So that's all new for the lambs on that side of the barn, so they can be entertained by looking out at the scenery until the pastures dry up and we can get them out there. Oh, did he knock one of his stubs off? This is one that I was liking. Looks like he knocked a stub off. I was talking about skurs before and how they don't normally stay. And see that? He's got a little skur here and it's bloody, so he's been fighting, but he had a matching one and it's gone. So I figure one more knock and he'll knock that one off too, and there he is, a pulled sheep. He's one that I really like in this group. Hi, buddy. Did you knock your horns off? Okay, so is that what you're gonna put? Are you gonna put that up on that gate where the rams were fighting?
That's what we're trying to do. On the way back, I gotta see if I can fix that.
Yeah.
That's a good ground for your gardens.
As long as there's no rocks in it.
Oh, a few pebbles, but I mean, really, come on, no worse than what it is.
It's all the top quality for anything for Arnie, and Lynn Lynn gets the pebbles, and that's better than it was. Pebbles is better than what it was. So this group's all taken care of. They're all fed, all happily munching at the feeder here. Always looks nice when everybody's eating and settled there. These are all the mums. Got a few lambs that want to go outside. These guys are all checking out the new scenery. Things are greening up, but it's been so cold and so wet. People do put sheep out on pasture like that, but we have limited pasture, and it's so if you put a volume of sheep on grass like that, they literally will destroy your pastures. They will turn the pathways into mud, and where the mud pathways are, no grass will grow in the future. And if they go out into the actual pastures and spread out a bit, what they do is they're eating the really young tender grass before, like right down to the roots, before it has a chance to grow up. So they're taking in parasites and they're destroying their future pastures. Not to mention, walking in soft ground means that moisture and debris and mud can get between their toes and lead to foot problems. So as much as you're chomping at the bit to let them out, you really shouldn't. You should have patience. The rule of thumb, I think, is to let the grass grow up 8 inches and then let them out, provided the ground is dry. So that's what we're doing. So in the meantime, we just let these guys out to play in the yard and stuff so that they can get out and enjoy life. But like I've said before, our coveralls are almost as good as being outside. They have all the fresh air and sunlight that the outdoors provides, and the wind, but they don't have any of the nasties that go with it. The last 2 in this pen were the 2 white ones. So they're the only Dorsets in this group. But the Dorset group was full. and we didn't want to put them in with lambs that were much older than them. So this group is more their age group. Normally we try separate them by breed, but once these guys are old enough, then they'll get put into the Dorset group. We used to keep them all mixed up, and we do if we're having a space shortage. But in general, if we can, we like to separate the breeds now because Dorsets and Suffolks have different requirements as to feed. They eat the same feed, but they don't eat the same volume. So, and Suffolks are generally bigger sheep as well. So what happens is either the Suffolks will push the Dorsets out of the way and the Dorsets won't get their fair share. Dorsets can't eat as much as Suffolks. So in the past with grain anyway, if a Dorset ate as much grain as a Suffolk would eat, they would tend to get laminitis and stomach problems. So they just will not eat as much that way. Now this year we have decided to cut our grain in half. We figured we were feeding too much grain, so all our open sheep are not going to be getting grain anymore unless their condition goes really down. Hi guys. And I'll say it again, don't make feeders with small holes where they can't get the hay out easily. That discourages eating, and that defeats the purpose of growing lambs. We had someone considering buying one of these Dorset rams, and from the photo it looked like he was looking at number 54. So I'll just show the group again, and then I'll go try find number 54 and pull him out so we can have a good look at him so that we can show him off. Okay, I wasn't sure from the picture, but in the picture he showed me he had a 5 on him. This guy has a 5, and this is 54, and which is the one I thought it would be. So there's a view of him at the back eating. Hey buddy, do you want to come out? Here, move over so we can look at your side. There we go. That might be him. It's so hard to get them. This guy's 54 anyway. There we go. Come on, buddy. Want to walk around a little bit? Just a little bit? Okay. There we go. Come on. Can we walk you around just a little? Come on. There we go. Yeah. Good boy. Good boy. That's a quick view. And the only other one it could have been was, I think, this one's 54. And yeah, you can see there compared to the others, he's pretty broad. And I thought there was another one with a 5 on. This guy's 55. So this guy's a possibility too. Hey buddy, wanna come out? Oh, it might be this guy. Hey buddy. Hey bud. He's my little pet one that I like. Come here. Can we see your face? Come here. They just won't stand still, eh? Yeah, I see. But I'm pretty sure he was looking at those two. Okay, the barrier. Chipboard and plywood across here so they can't look at each other here. In the past, this has solved the problem. Hopefully it has today. Guess both these rams have a bit of a headache today because they just have to fight over the women. Gaston, did it get you anywhere? Did it change anything for you? Hey, buddy. You feeling a little... Well, I can't see where the blood came from. Who was bleeding? Or they both were. Gaston. Were you fighting over the women? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? You had a group of women. Or did he break in? You see, before he goes and eats, he'll just do another quick check. Lining up his victims. I hope she was worth it, Gaston. Hi, buddy. There's the new mom. She's nursing her lamb and chewing her cud. If she's chewing her cud while the lamb is nursing, it means that she's letting down her milk. You're a good girl.
You're just sucking at one side, you realize, huh?
You're a good girl. You're a good girl.
Learn how to be a mother.
You guys ate already. You guys are gluttons. My goodness. Well, that's all for today, fellow Utopians. Hope you'll join us again tomorrow for the next episode at Ewetopia Farms. Bye for now.